we're going to talk about this mouse. It's a G900. It's similar to the G903. Same functions, almost similar functions, and same buttons as 903. The only difference, we're going to talk about the difference on these two mouse. Now, this is a wireless wire mouse too. Also, you could continue functioning as a wireless. It has a different adapter. It has a USB, a micro USB that you plug in the front. It has like a little wing set that you plug in here. This is not the wireless function mouse. This is a regular Logitech mouse that it has multiple buttons. And on this features, I'm going to show you a couple of things. A couple of things that are hitting on this mouse. Now, it does have a changing of different programs for different games. Slowness of the cursor here, if you click on it, you know, not that many mouse have that function where you can actually click on it. Some you do if you press down, but not, this normally is the button, this one, and you can actually move it very smoothly, you know. On this mouse itself, there's functions in here that are hidden from plain view, and it seems like it comes with extra buttons in here that you could change. If you're lefty or righty, you could remove all these buttons and change them around and have different bulkier buttons. They do sell different functional buttons for this part, but it's like a puzzle piece. I like it. I like this feature, but in reality, I never even used it. I never even opened them up until I started playing with these games and started looking at it. But it's something that I'm not very impressed with the actual buttons. I thought they were going to be useful for me, but in reality, there was just regular buttons. I dropped it once and it actually opened up, thinking that I broke them, but they were just, they're replaceable, you know. They do give you 2 sets of them, so you can replace them. It has a color meter for lighting here, for how much battery you have left. It changes different chrono lights in here. It has regular basic features, 200 to 12,000 PIs, all right? Speed is 400 IPS on it. Really good functions on it, but it was one of those mouse that I wasn't very impressed with it. It's light, it's really light, as an off and on button, you know, and that's pretty much what I got out of it. This button in the back is for light changing, off and on. You turn it on and all the lights come in, starts changing the chromo colors in here. This mouse is exactly like the G903. Same features, same functions, but different things. Now, on the 903, has the same exact settings. If you see the G900 with the 903, the only difference on this one is that this one's the 903 is a charging based system, and it has a huge charging station. On the G903, the best function it is that you could charge the mouse while you play. So on the mouse pad itself, you charge it, and I have a little pictures on there. I'm gonna post them up that you can move the mouse left and right. This mouse function works really well, but it's not my type. It's very small. I mean, it's not suitable for my hand, to be honest with you. I did enjoy it for quite a while, but it's one of those mouse that I don't highly recommend this mouse unless you're gonna buy the wireless feature with it, and you're gonna end up using the wireless feature. But other than that, I don't like this mouse that much. I mean, I wouldn't have it in the bottom of the list, but it's one of those mouse that I like to keep because it's a gaming mouse, one of the first gaming mouse that came out. But then prices really got expensive as soon as people start buying them right now. But in reality, it's not my top pick. Just to let you guys know, it's not my top pick. So Corsair Dark Core RGB SE, wireless and Bluetooth. This is a great mouse. It has multiple features on it. It has 3 buttons, 3 big buttons right in the center, 1 large one and 2 side ones. 3 different programming functions. This is actually to change the programming on the features here if you want to play different games and you have different functions. The 2 buttons on here, and this is to slow down the cursors, of course. On the side of it, it's freaking awesome. It has a big wing, 2 big wings on the left and right. Now on this one, it has 2 features in here. You could go Bluetooth by clicking on the on the right, and then you could go the 2.0 megahertz that it's on right now. Now on top of that, it has an on and off button on it. Now this mouse has hidden features in here that I'm going to demonstrate here. You could replace this with a basic mouse padding in here, and I really like this mouse pad. It functions really well when I'm playing with it. On top of that, this one actually charges on the unit itself too. This one has a charging station that you could purchase also too with it, and you could play. Now this is wireless and wire. It has multiple functions. I like the big old buttons in here. You know, there's big giant buttons for these giant sausage fingers that you could actually click on. It has 3 of them, like I said, on the side of it. On this left hand side, you cannot replace this. It's only on the right hand side that you have to remove it. And like I said, if you lose the Bluetooth, if you lose the USB, you could always go Bluetooth on any computer. It has a function where it charges automatically over the system when you're in the Corsair padding itself. And that padding itself, you could also use it for other functions. You could charge your iPhone, and you go charge your Samsung phone, and it has little adapters for it. If you don't have a built-in charging station for the actual phones. Now this mouse really works really well. I really like the features on it. I really enjoy this mouse. One of my top picks I like. But the price is a little steep, you know. Overall, it's 120, over 100 bucks. This mouse. It feels really good when you have it. It's a large mouse for large hands, you know. It fits on every single player's games. It has, like you said, they have different functions. You could buy different settings for this to make it more smaller for your liking. But one of the best mouse I like so far. One of my top choices. I highly recommend this one. But Logitech G502. This mouse is one of the best mouse out there right now. I freaking like it. The only thing that's not wireless, it's wire. It has multiple functions in here. I'm gonna bring in another little case, a special case it comes with. This mouse has multiple buttons in here. It has 3 buttons on the side. It has 2 to slow down the cursors, and then it has these 2 on the top. Now the mouse settings are really simple to play with. I like the coloring too, that you could change it. It also has the function there where you could actually smooth out the rolling wheel in here. It has awesome little buttons that you could mess around with it, but there's a hidden feature in the back of it that I really like about it. Really good to handle. It was one of my top choices of mouse right now. The price, you know, it was $67, $75, depends. But if you get it on sale once in a while, you'll see it for 40 bucks, 50 bucks, 30 bucks. It depends on Amazon usually has this one on sale once in a while. I like the function on the mouse itself. Everything's programmer on the button. I mean, it's one of those things that I've been messing with it. But the confusion part on this mouse, this is not a button here. People think it's a button, but it's not. It's just this one and these 2 on the top. Now, one thing I really didn't like about the function of the buttons, they kind of pop out on the top where you kind of click them once in a while. You just seem to kind of move your finger around and type and hit that button. It's one of the things that I kind of didn't enjoy at the beginning, but then I got used to it. One of my top choices of all mouse is this one, the Logitech G502. Great mouse to have. Awesome mouse. For the price itself, it's also even better. Like I said, but it's only wire. It's not a wireless mouse. It has only a couple of settings that you could change. On this one itself, it's a DPI. It has a sniping button too, of course, just like the other Corsair that we had in here. But this sniping button is more of a function way on the at the front of it, so which is not what you're gonna click all the time. All the buttons here are very very simple to use on the application. It's one of my best features, one of my best mouse. Top choice of all time of 2018 is going to be this one, the Logitech 502. Now, one of the best features I like about the Logitech 502, the reason is that it has a lot of great hidden features too. Like I said, it has this little secret compartment in the back in here. Let me see if I can open it. Yeah, it has a magnet secret compartment in the back here. It comes with a case itself, so you can actually add more weights to it. You know, it's one of those functions that if you want to make it heavier for your hand, I mean, you can do that. It has a couple of weights that they come with, 3.5 grams on it, each one of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weights on it. So you pretty much put it like a puzzle piece in here and have it ready to go. I normally don't add the weights at all. You know, the mouse itself, it's functionable, it's working. It's one of those great mouse that I don't really want to mess with it no more. I just like it the way it is. I did program a couple of buttons in here for a couple of games, but my top choice of 2018 is this Logitech G502. for the price, the gaming, and all that stuff, it's one of the best mouse I like. Overall, the gaming mouse that on top of it. So if you guys are gonna look for a mouse out there, highly recommend you. I mean, if you want wireless, then go with something else. Go with the Corsair. I'm sorry. If you want wireless, go with the Corsair. If you want wire, you could go with the Logitech 502. Now, best choice, first and second best choice here. First choice, second choice, best mouse overall. Love all the functions that they have. They have all similar functions out there that people love about them. You know, it's one of those things that I personally like. I play a lot of games, and these two mouses are the top choices. But this is my top choice. This is the one I'm actually using right now currently, and I've been using for quite a while. Two top choices in here. You know, they both have hidden features, removable, and also this one has weights. This one also has a little removable areas that you can remove the things to make it lighter too. So both have similar functions, similar settings, but overall this Logitech G502 top choice. Overall, 2018 has been a great year. I mean, it's coming to an end, and overall there's still more mouse to come out. There's going to be better functions, better features, but for now these are my top two mouse. I've been looking for other features on other mouse, and I've been playing with these, and these are the top choice that I personally choose. You know, this is my personal opinion, but you could go out there and test them out, go to the stores and mess around with them. But overall, I really like the pricing and the functions that they have. Pricing overall, this one's very expensive. This is a little lighter on your pockets. You know, that's why I prefer this one. On it, it has all the functions, all the settings, and the price is good. Now, in 2019, we're going to see more functions where chargeable wireless charging is going to be happening more often. It's going to be one of those features that, you know, a lot of systems are having, and it's not catching on as they thought it was going to be. Logitech and Corsair have their own settings. You know, this one has that function that where it charges wirelessly. This one doesn't, but I prefer more of a wire. It's better features on it. I mean, it runs smoother when I'm playing with the wire. Overall, this mouse is one of the best gaming mouse I've had for quite a while. And if you guys have any choices out there or have any functions of the other mouse that you guys like to recommend, you know, let me know. And on top of that, we're going to have a couple raffles at the end of this video. You'll be able to actually sign up for a couple things if you guys want. And I'm going to announce on October 20th. During the LAN party, we're going to announce the winners of what you can win. All right. So look around. Sign up if you can, and make yourself make yourself at home. Come late to the show, and I really appreciate all your subscription and everybody out there. Just make sure that you guys, you know, pass the word around and say, hey, you know, you go sign up as many times as you want to these things, you know, but there is going to be one winner for each choice. The more entries we have, the more winners we're going to get. So overall, I like to bring more stuff like this, and if you guys like the same stuff, let me know. I'm your host, Prophet74, and we're out.